Hey, happy Sunday away with me, travel fam. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. I am just going to come to you with a pretty long video here. I'm going to walk the grounds here at Azul Beach in Negril and kind of show you everything real quick, as quick as I can. It's going to take a little while, but if you're interested in this resort at all, this will definitely be a video you're going to want to check out. It's not a huge resort, but it's going to take some time to walk this. So I'm going to start all the way here on, I think it would be the north end, and this is building 1 that I'm looking at right now. Building 1 and building 2, this is an adults only section, and it is kind of separated from everything else, so they can keep it where it's just adults only on the beach as well. They have their own entrance to the beach as well, as you can see. They have the canopy beds and lots of beach chairs. This area, or I should say the buildings, are not open at this time. You can come sit down at the beach here if you'd like, but it's just that the buildings are not in operation right now. They're actually only operating buildings 8 through 12 right now, which is their upgraded section where you do get beach service and a butler. This here is the swim up bar for the poinsettia bar for the adults only section for buildings 1 or 2. So we're going to move along. Like I said, this stretch of beach that this is on, it's pretty long. Every building is oceanfront, so at least from all the resorts that I could see in the area here, even the Sandals Resort, they have a beaches resort down a little further, the Royalton. This seems to have quite a bit of oceanfront property. So as we move over here to the next building, this here is the main entrance, which actually is not open right now since they are only operating buildings 8 through 12. But if we would have come here under normal circumstances, this is the main lobby that we would have come into. It's an open air lobby. They do have a main pool here. There is an Oceans kind of quick service food that would normally be open right here. And then this is the amber pool, the amber deck, which right now some of the pools are closed. All of them were open upon our arrival, but they have closed some of them since. I'm still trying to get solid information as to if they will open back soon or if they were just cleaning them. But this is the main lobby that would service basically anyone that was staying in buildings 1 through 7. They do have a coffee bar here and also a snack station as well. But right now, none of this is open because all of the guests are down in buildings 8 through 12. So again, here's the pool. Gorgeous walk out here. As you can see, the ocean in the background. Really nice setting. There's the amber bar. And then to my left is the Palms World Cuisine, which is basically their buffet. They call it a food display. That is not operational right now because obviously buffet is not the best option during these times. So right over here to my left is Di Romagna, is a Italian restaurant. We're actually going to be going there tonight. And then upstairs from there is going to be Aqui, which is the Caribbean cuisine. It's kind of a Jamaican restaurant. We ate there. That one has a gorgeous view of the beach. It has an outdoor setting as well, where the Italian restaurant is indoor. And we're going to walk around here down onto the beach to head over to our next section. But pretty much any building that you're staying in, you are no more than a few steps from the beach, which is really nice. So as you can see here, and again, when I spoke to the general manager, they were telling me they were operating at around 31%, but that's a little deceiving because they're only operating at 31% of the 5 buildings that are open. So essentially there's only about 170 guests at this resort at this time. So again, it's pretty incredible to be here right now because it's so low key and there's not a lot of people. So again, we're looking up at the Aqui restaurant, which as you can see, it's just ocean front and the tables are right there. So you have great views of the ocean while you're eating dinner. Over here is the well-being platform. They do yoga classes and stuff like that in the morning. Over here they have been doing those. You know, I'm not very well known for my yoga though. Okay, over here we have buildings 3 and 4. These here are similar to the adults only one that were 1 and 2, same style rooms. But families can stay in this area here as well. This is gorgeous here. You do have all of these have swim outs, and this one also has the hibiscus swim up bar. All the buildings typically have a swim up. I think 9 and 10 do not. But as you can see here, you have the swim up, you have the swim up bar, the swim up suites, and then also a kind of like a laying area here where the water's pretty shallow. I think it's less than a foot. So you can kind of lay in the water there. But again, you have all these tables that look out onto the ocean. And again, the ocean's only, the water's only a couple of steps away. So we're gonna move along. As you can see, there's tons of seating. But as you'll see, we don't encounter too many people because there's just not a whole lot of people here right now. So I'm gonna try to move quick for you guys. They do have a sky massage here where if you wanted to do a beachside massage, you can do that as well, which would be pretty cool. Okay, over here now to my left, we're coming up on building 5. This is more of a family area where they have some loft suites that has 2 bedrooms. I saw some of these rooms. They didn't get to show them to me because they're working on them, but I did see them on some of the websites, and they are some really nice rooms. They go back pretty far there. And I'll take a quick peek back here. Behind here, they do have a basketball court for the kids to play. Also have chess, which the chess, it's like a large chess that you could play in the grass. It is not being used right now just because of all the COVID restrictions. And then in the back, they do have a splash pad area for the kids, which is actually open right now. But again, there's not a ton of kids here. Probably, of the 170, I can't imagine there's more than 20 or so kids here. But I haven't seen too many little ones. So we're gonna move along here. This Garfield Beach House, this is one of the restaurants that has not opened up, but when I spoke to the general manager yesterday, he was hoping to open this up starting next week, so starting tomorrow. So hopefully we'll be able to hit this up before we leave and check it out. I think it's Mediterranean cuisine, and then they also do have a beach house bar here. Sometimes they do like barbecues in the afternoon for lunch, so hopefully maybe they'll even do that as well. So some cool seating here with some lights hanging from the tree. So we'll see if we get to experience that at all while we're here. We will move along. And I'm already at over 7 minutes here, so I apologize for my long-windedness and my slow walking. This right here is building 6. This is actually where we were supposed to stay. These were the 2-bedroom oceanfront suites. They are not being used right now, so we were moved over to the premium section instead. But again, these rooms were really nice as well. This has a really cool pool. My boys loved it. Right now the pool is closed, but we swam in it the first couple of days. Just has kind of a weird iridescent tiles in there. So depending on which way you look at it, it's either really shiny or really dark. So the boys love swimming in here. So we're hoping that it does get opened up again at some point while we're here. This actually goes from building 6 to building 7. And again, those are all the family suites. So these last 2 buildings were mainly family accommodations. As we're moving along here, this is where all the water sports are, non-motorized and the motorized. They have the Hobie Cats, which we've taken advantage of. Right now the hours are only 8:30 to 4. I think normally they go till like 5 or 6, but obviously COVID and so different restrictions right now. They have the kayaks, they have the paddle boards. We've actually taken advantage of all of them, so it's been great. If you don't know how to work the Hobie Cat, they can take you out for a lesson so you can know what you're doing and not get stranded at sea. So I actually did a lesson, so I knew kind of what I was doing. As you can see here, these are the buildings, or the beach here for the following buildings. So tons of space. They have even these little cabana things that you can sit in. None of them are like pay for. They're all free. You don't have to reserve them or anything like that. I know if they do have wedding parties, sometimes they'll reserve them for the wedding parties. So now we are getting close to the, this is the premium section. And this starts building 8. And this is where we have all of the people staying right now, buildings 8 through 12. Take a quick look at the beach. So buildings 8 through 12 have your swim outs. The 8 and 9 here are adults only. These 2 swim outs are adults only. But the beach itself in front of these buildings are for everyone. They don't limit to just adults only. And then they do have these personal concierge, these little gazebos all throughout. This one here I think is gazebo 5, where if you want to make dinner reservations or anything like that, you can contact the concierge and they will do that for you. There are a couple of the restaurants that they do ask you to get reservations for, like the Italian and the Thai restaurant. They aren't really requiring it right now, but they are asking you if you want to make reservations to go ahead and do so. So we actually made reservations tonight at the Italian restaurant. So we're moving along here. This is building 10 we're looking at, which bumps up to building 11 as well. And this is where the main entrance is for this premium section. You can say hi to my wife sitting on the swim out balcony reading her book. So if you were staying in this premium section, buildings 8 through 12, you would enter through this lobby here, and it's a little more personalized. We'll just take a quick peek, but we're not going to enter because we're supposed to wear a mask. So we will move along, and I'm over 12 minutes. So I'm really sorry for the long-winded, but it does take time to walk this property. So these 2 swim outs for building 10 and part of building 11 actually do not have a swim up bar. But you can literally walk right out of the swim out over to West End, and then there's a swim out bar right next to us. So this West End Gourmet Corner is where we've gotten most of our like lunches. You can actually eat breakfast out here as well, and they have coffee, they have lattes, cappuccinos, stuff like that if you want. They also have ice cream, which my boys have taken plenty advantage of. And building 11 is actually pretty big. It goes from one side to the other here, so they have rooms on both sides. Here's another one of your swim up bars, and then you have buildings 11 butting up against building 12 here. So as you can see, you have the 2 rooms there, and then on the other side of building 12 is going to be a couple more restaurants. The one thing I did not actually show you guys was the fitness center, which is all the way back by building 1. They also have a spa, which is back by buildings, I think it's by building 7 and 8. So we're gonna walk over here. This is basically the end of the resort. So we've walked the whole thing. This is the 7 Mile Bar. And these bars, I'm not sure what time they're open till at night. I wanna say, gosh, at least 10 or 11 o'clock right now. This here is Mahogany. Mahogany is open for breakfast and lunch. And then also a couple of nights a week, they've done some Jamaican barbecues where there was surf and turf, which was absolutely phenomenal. We had that yesterday. Just can't miss. I'm kind of mad we missed it the first night, which was last Wednesday. But thankfully, I talked to the general manager and he found a deal to get it done on Saturday for us too. So we got to check that out yesterday and it was phenomenal. We're looking at Hua Hin, which is the Eastern cuisine or Thai restaurant. This one does require reservations as well. It's kind of dark in there, you can't really see it. We've eaten here twice already. Big fans, probably eat there again before we leave. We're gonna shoot upstairs real quick and then I'm going to call it a day. Even though I didn't hit everything, there's a lot of bars that I didn't hit, but at least wanted to walk the property so you had an idea of what everything looked like. They do have a bar up here though, and we'll see if we can kind of peek in. So a lot of this stuff here is a lot of for weddings. They have some, let me see if it's open over here now. It's not. They have a wedding showroom, which you can get information. Let's see, now it looks like it's all locked. Yeah, so you can get information here, especially if you are looking to have a wedding. They'll usually let you come prior and check everything out before you set it up. And this here is the Indigo bar, and unfortunately it is also locked. You can't really see. They have a bunch of hubcaps and stuff in inside the bar. Now we're going to go up to the sky deck. Sky deck, they do have a Prestige members only lounge. This is it's, I don't want to say it's a timeshare, but it's kind of like a members that come and kind of have time that they could spend here. Essentially it's a timeshare, I suppose, but this is their own personal lounge where they could check out the internet. I think there's drinks back there as well. And then this here is the sky deck. You can have a wedding up here, which has some spectacular views, especially with the sunset right behind it. But they also do have shows here at night. They had one here last night. Unfortunately, we didn't make it to it because I ate too much steak and lobster and I needed to go to bed. But as you can see, the views here are spectacular. As you can see. So this is it, guys. I don't want to really go too much further because I'm already 17 minutes in, but I wanted to show you the property as best I could. I will take other video and I'll share with you guys at a later date, but wanted to do something quick while I was here and post it out for you. But as you can see, even the beach down there, not a lot of people right now. I will put out a video when we get back talking about Jamaica and what they're doing right now with COVID and some of the restrictions. And if you wanted to come here, what you have to do, you do have to apply for a travel authorization. They are pretty strict about the way they're running things. We cannot leave the resort right now. So you are kind of limited to the all-inclusive and only staying at the resort. So you definitely want to pick something that's going to have what you're looking for and is going to, if you want to go somewhere and party, now may not necessarily be the time because again, there's not a ton of people here, and you definitely want to do your best to, I guess, social distance as best you can, and they are definitely pushing that while we're at the resort. So that's all I got, guys. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Hope you enjoyed the video. I know it was long, but there was a lot to look at. So we'll see you guys soon, and have a great day.